Hello, first and second grade. Last time we met here for social studies, so we're going to get out our social studies book. We had talked about the Pilgrim's Voyage on page 151 and how it was a hard voyage because of the stormy seas and one of the beams had broken on the ship. Remember, and they had the big screw that they got out and fixed it, and we knew that God knows all things and was with them during that journey. And that they now were settling somewhere new because on the map it blew them somewhere different, right? And we talked about the men making a new treaty, a new Mayflower Compact is what that was called. And those were just new laws honoring both God and the King of England. Today, we're going to talk about the Pilgrims arriving in the New World. So turn with me to page 154 and 155. Before I start, I want to give you a little wrap of how things are going to go. This week, you're going to have 3 lessons in social studies. Next week, you'll have 1 lesson. Then you'll have 1 video that's a review. And then you'll have your test on Friday. So we're ending the school year with a test. I know, Mrs. Connor, what are you thinking? But I just wanted to get that in, and then we're done. So we're going to work really hard for this week and next week. Then you guys are off all summer, and you won't have to be bothered, okay? So page 154, we're going to talk about the Pilgrims in the New World. So you can see down here, there's a guy, and he's sitting on the ship, and it looks like he's doing what? Jocelyn, I'm picking on you. What's he doing? He's praying. You're right. He's on his knees praying. Let's read about it and find out. So follow along with me. When the Pilgrims landed at Plymouth, they thanked God for getting them there safely, right? The men left the ship to look for a place to settle. They found land that no one seemed to be using, and they decided that this land would be a good place for the Plymouth settlement. And this is William Bradford is his name, right here in blue. And we're going to read this little caption here. And it says, they fell on their knees and blessed the God of heaven. And that's of the Plymouth plantation. Okay, let's go ahead and go to 155. The men built houses on the new land, and the women and children stayed on the ship until their homes were ready. Can you imagine that? You're on this really long voyage, and it's stormy and cold. I would imagine it being very cold. And then these women and children still had to stay on the ship even when they landed, just because they had to wait for their houses to be ready. That would have to take a lot of what? A lot of patience. Okay. Some of the crew and the Pilgrims became sick. The Pilgrims showed God's love. They cared for each other and the crew. After many weeks of building houses and a fort, the Pilgrims moved to the land. And here's a picture of the Pilgrim woman showing God's love to the sick man. So where did the women and children stay while they were waiting for their houses to be built? On the ship. Very good. So that's it for today. Super simple, quick, easy lesson. That's why I kind of was like, we can fit this in. You're going to turn in your workbook page to, let me switch screens, 149. And I believe you just have to put the pictures in order. So you have to read, and I can't read the directions. They're too tiny. I'm going to have to try to get to the school and get a copy of that. Yeah, you're just going to put them in the order that they happened, I think. Your mom and dad can read the directions. Thanks, parents, for helping me out. I appreciate it. I really do. Okay, and then the next time we meet here, we're going to talk about the Pilgrims and the Woodland people, which we've kind of started. We've talked about the Woodland people, but we're going to start talking about how they interacted with the Pilgrims. See you next time.